What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about my settings in MLB The Show 2024 and why I think they're the best. To start, we're right into the offense here. Base running, I do analog select. This helps me, choose exactly who I want to go to. And to do this, you just press your left stick towards the runner, and you tell him which base to go. B is first, Y is second, X is third, A is home. This lets you control each individual runner, so I like that the best. Swing input, buttons, I don't want to do all the other stuff. I typically only normal swing, I don't do contact or power swing, so it's just A for me on Xbox. Hitting interface is zone, I like the PCI, like to use that. So, my PCI anchor, I have it as preset, I don't really use it. I could just turn it off, honestly. I'll probably just turn it off. So we're just going to keep that off for now. Late coverage indicator, PCI, I have it on. I like to use the bat. No inner, no outer. I use magenta the color. I don't know why. It seems to stick out the most to me. There's not very many backgrounds that it gets like stuck in where you really can't see it. So magenta is mine. Do 70%. No fade out. I don't do guest pitch or I have vibration on. Pitching wise, I like to have pinpoint. It helps me control the ball a little bit more. And, it hurts me the most whenever I mess up. So that's a problem, but we work on it. Pitch trail to me is the best ball marker because you can actually kind of see where the ball is going to go. And then it gives you the, I forget what it's called. The outer circle of like where it would be landing. So I like pitch trail the most. It just seems to be the best for me. The fade, sure, but then you can't see it the entire time. The chevron I absolutely hate because I don't know, you can't tell where it's going to break into. So I think pitch trail's the best. I don't use pulse meter, so don't have to worry about that. Throwing interface, I use button accuracy. Um, yeah, this way you can kind of control if it's a good throw or not, rather than relying on button, where it's just, if your fielder's good, it'll be good. Button accuracy gives you that little bit more of a skill gap. Experience accuracy arrows under the player's feet when throwing input is provided. I have it on. I don't know exactly what it does. I've never noticed it, so it's whatever. Throw canceling, I turn on so I can, if I make a mistake and the guy doesn't take off running, I just press it again and cancel the throw. Catch position indicator. I like the drifting ball. I like to see exactly where it's going to be. I know a lot of people use the trap ball. I'm not a huge fan of that, so the drifting ball works for me. And then for dive jump, I use the 2-button setting. RB is the jump. Right trigger is to dive. Let's see. Oh, cameras. For hitting, I use strike zone high. I think it helps me differentiate between those high or those low pitches. Those low pitches usually get me. Anybody who throws that fork ball, anybody that throws that circle change, those are the ones that hurt me the absolute most. So this helps me lay off those, and then I can kind of gauge the height better, in my opinion. I will bounce back and forth on Strike Zone 2 and Strike Zone High, but Strike Zone High is mainly what I've used this year, and it's done pretty well. Pitching view, I do Strike Zone 2. I could go high as well to match, but Strike Zone 2 just lets me kind of see exactly where I'm placing the ball rather than having it behind the pitcher or anything like that. So Strike Zone 2 is kind of where I like to see it. In play views, I've kept it defaults, so medium and medium, then standard and standard. I don't really necessarily notice any difference. I haven't played around with them either, so can't really tell you if they're good or not. No fielding aids. I don't do CPU pitch suggestion. I like to go off my own. Um, yeah, if you use dynamic difficulty, progress is what I kind of have it set to. Throughout the game, it gets better. I have a strike zone on. I don't have hot zones on. I'm going to turn them on now, just to see, just so I can see like where hitters hit the best at, and I can kind of avoid those a little bit more. And that might help me in the long run. Pinch info is on there, pitch descriptions. I like to see that stuff so I can, whenever a new pitcher comes to the mound, I can see, okay, I'm facing a guy who throws a fastball 97 miles per hour. Probably doesn't have outlier, so I don't have to really worry about 100 miles per hour fast balls. Confidence energy bars, I like to see that, so obviously I can tell when I need to take my pitchers out or come out for a mound visit, something like that, if my confidence gets too low. Pitch feedback, I'd love to see that. To see, am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Whatever it might be. Battery controls, displays. I don't know what that is. I'll keep it on. I like swing feedback to see if I was early, late, where my PCI was, whatever it might be. Balls hit off the wall in the air will not display a line showing the path of the bounce off the wall. I should turn that on. I haven't had it on. I'm going to turn that on now. Seems like a good idea to have to see if the ball bounces off the wall. I like to see the base running diamond up in the top right so I can see where my runners are in accordance to where the ball is. That can help me make my decisions on if they should run to the next one or not. Player name display, yeah. Scoreboard display, obviously I want that on. Game log order. I mean, chronological probably seems to be the best. Yeah, that's just what I'm going to keep it on. And then I run dynamic difficulty whenever I'm playing MLB The Show, so get that. And then competitive. Obviously, I got tutorial tips off. So yeah, that's kind of my settings. I think they work the best for me. The bat or PCI really gives me that just like smaller area. So, if it lets me put the bat right where it needs to be. Having those big PCIs really just gets in my head that, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm just close, So the bat really narrows it down for me. So yeah, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you need. Tell me what your settings are. Tell me how my settings suck and how yours are better than mine. Or tell me that you really like mine. That'd be awesome. Anyways, have a great day, guys.